everybody, and welcome to the On a Tangent podcast. This is episode number 6. I'm your host, Jason Reed, and with me I have...
James Hellman.
And George Evans.
So, George has got some topics for us today.
Yeah, so one of the first things I want to talk about is, I know it's something that a lot of people discuss, and why is it that whenever you're on the road, or you're driving, or just when you're out and about, if you see a copper, you never feel particularly safe? Like, you always feel like you've done something.
I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I'm in the passenger seat. I see a police vehicle, and I'm just like, I don't feel right.
Like,
Says something where you fear the police for thinking that they're going to get you for something, rather than thinking, oh, they're protecting me.
exactly. So this I'm talking about this because I had a bit of a, I wouldn't say a run-in with the police, but I had a scare. Let's say that. So I was driving the other day back from uni, and I was coming up to a roundabout. Pull out of the roundabout. I was fine here. I was not in the wrong. I pull out of the roundabout, and a guy pulls in from in front of me, and so I'm in a bit of a shit mood. So I go close to him. I know I'm not going to hit him. I'm a good driver. I know where I am on the road. I know everything. Just like pass close to the back end of his bumper.
So I'm hearing George is in the wrong as well now.
I'm not in the wrong. I was never in the wrong.
He had a reason
Two equally bad parties. Carry on.
He had a reason to feel guilty.
I was being grumpy basically, and I was letting him know that he was in the wrong. So as I
change there.
come from her,
What?
so as I pass behind this car, there's a police officer coming the other direction, and so I carry on, go to the next roundabout, continue on a bit, sat at a red light. Guess who shows up behind me? The copper. And I'm thinking, you start double guessing yourself. You're like, did I do something wrong? Like, I'm pretty sure I was completely on the right. And so I'm waiting there, and I'm looking shiftily back into my rearview mirror, thinking, oh my god, he's gonna stop me. So traffic lights go green, nothing. So I pull off quite slowly, quite casually, and he's still following me.
You pull off quite slowly. Carry on.
Yeah, and this is the bit that really, really scared me. So I was indicating to go up to the car park, and someone did not turn their phone off before this. So I'm indicating. So on the main road, where I go to park is there's pretty much 2 car parks. So there's one which goes off to a private car park, and then there's a public car park which I use. So as I'm passing this first car park, I indicate to go into the second car park, and as soon as I indicate, the police officer indicates behind me.
Oh.
And I'm absolutely wetting myself, thinking I have done something wrong.
What should you do next?
Well, I pull in, and luckily,
No. Oh.
Stop it, James. Let the man tell his story.
a cider and a half.
I know
That
it's
was
a bit
not
of a
me.
Sucky wanker.
It's not me.
It's not me. It's obviously.
It's not me. I'm on silent.
I'm on silent.
I don't have my phone on me.
Yes, you do.
It's fucking you, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I fucking thought.
Not me. Yeah. So basically, it scared the shit out of me. So yeah, he pulled in to the first car park as I was pulling into the second. But yeah, it just makes you like think, why did I feel I wasn't in the wrong, but why do I feel like I've done something wrong?
It does make you wonder, what did George do wrong to make him feel like that?
Well, I think everyone just has such bad driving habits that they're always worried so they're going to get picked up on something. There's always like tail lights and stuff that you can't really tell.
Also, if the police are in a particularly bad mood, they can get you for anything.
At least not in America.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when I was back in college, one of my friends got stopped. So we were in the car with him, and he got stopped because, according to the computer, it was supposed to be a female driving the car. And that's why he got stopped. And whereas, yeah, I can see that because it was his mum's car and he was the second driver on it. But surely the computer would have also picked up there is a second name driver on this car.
Yeah, I feel like that's a strange reason.
Yeah,
to pick someone
exactly.
up.
And the really annoying thing was, although it was his own fault, one of the guys I was in the back with didn't have his seatbelt on, so he got fined 30 quid for not having his seatbelt on. But it was such a strange reason for the police to stop the car. It should have been a female.
Like I said, bad mood. They want to look for someone to take it out on.
Like that was the reason he gave. You know, the guy rolled his window down and said, "What's
do that all the time." I mean, I know some really nice police people.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of nice people out there, but it's still just.
So it's those ones that abuse their power that are just annoying.
But it's when they're having an off day, when they're having an angry day.
We all have our off days.
We'll have an angry day, like you have been with For Honor.
No, me rage? No, unheard of for me.
Yeah, so you guys.
I'm surprised you haven't been through like more headsets and controllers, to be honest.
That's why I buy durable headsets and controllers,
so they can take your punishment.
They most certainly can.
Yeah, so the beta for Honor came out this weekend, and you guys have been playing it a buttload, basically, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you found?
Sorry.
Really been enjoying it. It's good. Well, I guess this is coming out 2 weeks after release now.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've racked up some hours playing it, and I've pressed these a few times. Got some golden armor on the go. How are you doing at the minute, James? Have you quit due to rage yet?
No, I haven't got a prestige yet, like bastard. Anyway.
Probably snapped a couple of keyboards.
I have been trying to hold my rage back while practicing the game to get better, therefore rage will be less.
Yeah, it's still
That's
people, though. That's the problem with the game. Not you, it's the other people.
Well, yes, they are arseholes.
It is him.
No, it's
I pressed that counter button.
I played the beta on PS4 where you can't type to chat. You've just got the quick chat options, which are like good fight, wow, thanks, the kind of generic stuff. And
GG easy.
No, so there's none of that. But oh my god, the salty people that are playing that game.
How bad is it?
It's like already like worse. Well, as bad as Overwatch.
Rob pushed off someone off the edge and killed them because they fell and died. And they turned around and said, "Oh, the only way you can kill me is by pushing me off the side." And Rob was like, "No, I had literally no health left, and you had all your health. What do you expect me to do? I'm not just going to sit there and let you stab me."
But what me and my brother were doing some brawls the other day, which is the 2-on-2 game format, and so one of the enemy's teammates, straight out of the bat, just comes at me with a charge, knocks me straight off of this bridge. That's what it's called.
Yeah, sure now?
Yeah, so he knocks me straight off the bridge, and I was like, "Oh, Mark, you knocked me off for on headset." And he just goes, "Okay." So he grabs the other one and throws him straight off. And then the other one goes, "Oh, all everyone ever does is just throw you off the map." Blah, 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 blah. It's like, your teammate just did it to my brother, so I did it to you. And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was against him like 2 rounds later, the one who was bitching about it, and then...
Let me guess. He pushes you off.
No.
No?
I was beating him hands down, and then accidentally one of my moves pushed him back further than I thought, and he fell off. And then he went off on a massive rant. I was like, "You haven't hit me once. You were on like a third of your health, and then you complain that I can only beat you like that." It's like, fuck off! I'm gonna fucking.
I'm sorry, but if it's a mechanic of a game, I'm going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. So like, don't abuse it to the point where all you're doing is grabbing someone and throwing them off.
Well, no, I mean, as a peacekeeper, you can't do that to some of them anyway. Like a Lawbringer. I mean, oh my god! I swear to God, on the end of their halberds, they have a freaking homing beacon attached to my chest as a peacekeeper, and it just finds its way into me no matter where I am, every time.
Also, their momentum will probably take them off with you. Oh my god!
Yeah,
my favourite thing about the game has got to be the drop attacks.
What's that?
So, a lot of the maps have like the bridges over the top, and then fighting.
I think I've seen this.
And
I've seen this on a couple
just see someone run along. He's like, "Well, good night."
Yeah. I did that once.
Always look above.
I did that once, and elimination missed, and then my health just woof. Because funny, isn't it? How you can't die from jumping off, but you can die if you get knocked off.
I think the idea is that you're prepared for the landing.
I'm gonna say, but that's the like.
The game is nowhere near realistic. You can decapitate someone with a chainmail, which is just not how life works.
No, but this is sort of my gripe with Assassin's Creed. It's like you can jump from a building, But as long as you land on a guy, you can jump from like the top of such a high building. But as long as you land on this guy with your blade in his neck,
Or a bale of hay which has got a wooden bottom, which you just
you're
fall
fine,
through and die.
But if you were to jump that same distance and land on the floor, your legs buckle.
Believe it or not, we don't play video games for realism.
No, we do.
Video game.
We
market.
do, but we don't want it all realistic because else we'd just be getting home from work and then go into a 9 to 5 job in a virtual world.
No,
That's a very
thank
good
you.
point. That's a very good point. But yeah. So what are their three like? They're factions in it, isn't it? You know. you've
Yeah,
got
so there's the
Vikings,
knights,
you've
the
got-
Vikings, and the samurai.
Yeah.
Go Knights.
So how are
Sorry.
they
Knights.
different from each other? Like, of course, the
Well, the
obvious
Knights are
stuff,
awesome.
But
Vikings are
Vikings.
more kind of more straight attacky, I guess. Like more
Well, I don't know. The Valkyrie is a bit.
Valkyrie's favourite. I love
Well,
She's
the thing
getting a
is,
buff.
they all, I don't know. They all have their balancing. You have your typical classes where you got assassin, you got your tank, and you got your attack. But they've also got a versatile one, which is a tank and attack.
yeah.
Which the Warden is, and I never really got on with the Warden. Peacekeeper is straight up assassin. Oh, she's great.
Oh, she's so annoying.
I love Peacekeeper.
Sounds like you guys.
Every
are...
single one I see. Oh, as when I'm playing Warden, I hate her because she's too fast.
She gets too fast. It's great.
Whereas now that I'm
Tell you enjoy it.
I just get frustrated playing her as well because I hate being that person that I hate.
I love being that person.
I was going to say I enjoy being there. Yeah, and speaking of Vikings, Jason, you've finished.
I
You've
have.
finished Vikings.
Well, I'm up to
finally.
date with the end of second half of season 4. Yeah, I was watching it.
No spoilers.
But they're so good,
I know.
so juicy.
I think I've just started season 4.
Yeah,
the first
so in
half.
the second half, it's going through a lot of changes and mixing things up a bit, keeping it interesting.
I've heard rumours. I'm not going to say them now,
How did he rumours?
but I've heard rumours, and I'm hoping they're not true. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I'm
but
not going to confirm it.
From
but I know
your
what
from
you're
your
thinking.
face, I can. Am
It's good. It's necessary.
Am I going to cry?
If you're a little bitch.
So yeah, I'm going to cry. Basically.
Yeah, it's really good. I did enjoy it. So playing For Honor got me hyped up for it, and I kept having nosebleeds while I was ill, so I couldn't play it. So I was like, I need more Vikings. So I just watched the rest of Vikings. Binged 2 seasons in a day.
Well, I suppose that happens. I played For Honor so much, I got nosebleed.
But I was really ill, dry nose.
Yeah.
Prone to nosebleeds anyway.
That's what they all say. But no. So when's the next season? Because I feel like
Good question. It's
I
going
might-
to be another 2-part season again.
gonna be
Though, so it'll be
another
another
2-part.
20 episodes.
'cause I feel like it's been out for a little bit, not long, but it's been out for season 2 of
It's probably full, isn't it?
more than likely. Game of Thrones is coming out soon as well.
Game of Thrones is
Yes.
summer shit. Can't wait.
It's
I
like
can't wait for Game of
I think
Thrones.
it's like I could be wrong,
Who will die next?
I think it's
but it's something like 100 and something days. Like I don't even think it's that. 7 release
it April it
date
comes out?
UK. Could
Usually
be.
April, I think. Yeah.
Might have just
unfortunately
been.
shorter seasons. It's the pain.
Yes, but we'll have Mass Effect Andromeda by then, so that'll ease the pain.
Or won't, because you might just be really angry at it, but we know you won't be.
Game of Thrones, IMDb leaked the release, the episode release. So according to IMDb, they briefly listed season 7, episode 1 as premiering on 25th of June 2017.
June.
So it's June.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be delayed because they had to wait for everything to be snowy so they could film it.
Right.
So it was later filming than usual.
All
So
right.
that's when it's it's
fuck's
leaked.
sake.
Because winter has come, people.
Absolutely, for fuck's sake.
But I'm sorry,
That song is stuck in my fucking head.
Oh, the amount of times we've heard that in the studio today.
I know, that's all that's been playing.
I don't know why. I
Bloody-
love it so
It annoyed
much.
me at first, and now I'm just in deep love
It
with
still
it.
annoys me. It still annoys me.
Turn over to the dark side.
It just applies to so many things.
And the videos that people come up with, like,
Oh,
it's
they're
ridiculous.
geniuses. They're absolute
How do
geniuses.
people, like, the time that like Jason, you just showed us a picture of Darth Sidious when he
It's a video.
comes off his chair
when he
spinning.
says, "I am the Senate," and then goes into
Then
a
goes,
little death twirl, and then the death twirl's just all over the shop. It is the best meme without a doubt.
It is.
I love it so much.
My favourite one's the Saruman falling off all thing.
It's no.
George isn't a fan.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan. And I'm not gonna.
That song started at like the other end of the studio today, and then just
it's just made
went
like a
through
wave.
every single one of them. And at the end, it was us going. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, I listened to it this morning, but I didn't think of sharing it because I found the other one for For Honor. I thought that was more appropriate.
Oh, that's it. That was the first one. Was the
Call me, call me, call me.
we're not going to get brought down for copyright reasons because you guys singing.
It's
That
not.
is not an accurate rendition.
But, oh. I was gonna say you're not allowed more than 10 seconds of it, but yeah, okay. If you just want to go straight to your shit, James, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I did it.
Oh dear. But yeah, and finally, we're going to get on to something that you brought up actually, Helmut.
Did I?
Yeah. The one time that you have brought us up a couple of topics.
Did I?
Yeah.
I've forgotten this one.
It's a good thing I'm going to
That's
tell
why I
you.
don't bring it up. I can forget about it.
Yeah, so you were talking about Steam Greenlight going, because I know we've been discussing on the podcast before about us going on Steam Greenlight.
Yeah.
But you're saying Steam Greenlight is gone or is going. What's all that about?
Hasn't it been in the plans for quite a while now?
Don't mean to interject here, but I thought that was the media podcast we were going to throw that
No,
one
that was
on.
it.
Yeah, that was it.
You should what?
That was this
Yeah,
one.
it's this one.
All right. Okay. Well, if you it's not news or anything. Anyway. Yes, Greenlight. Greenlight is gone, or going anyway. Apparently, I think it's in March. It'll be gone forever because they want to replace it with a more direct method of getting games on Steam.
More controllable.
Yes. So you pay Steam between $100 to $5,000
Not much.
for your game. I think it depends on the size of the game and the size of the studio. So it's very personalized price. So for us, it's between £60 to like £4,500.
Yeah. More than
And that way it gets directly to Steam Marketplace as soon as it goes through. So you fill in, according to Steam, you fill in a bunch of paperwork once, and you don't have to pay for that. And once that's filled in, you submit a game, and that's what you pay for. Once you've submitted the game, you pay for that, and it goes straight to the Marketplace, no questions. Doesn't need to go through any sort of like submission thing and then approval phase. It just goes straight to the Marketplace. It's
Oh,
great.
wow.
Oh,
so in
so-
other words, Steam Greenlight, as long as you've got the money, it's going to become flooded, basically.
Well, I guess.
No, that's
Like
that's the
quickly.
problem. No, that's the thing. They wanted to get rid of Steam Greenlight because it was flooded.
Yeah.
It was flooded with crap that people weren't committed to and making it proper. Making it proper. What fucking English is that?
How many
And-
of them
and-
have you
and-
had?
Making it proper.
Making it
Made a
proper.
card, boy.
Proper, like
I Englished it.
no. Okay. It was getting a lot of games which weren't quite up to the standard that they should have been when being released, and that's one of the reasons Steam will get rid of it, because this way it's only the people who are committed to their game.
Yeah.
Because who's going to spend 70-80 quid per game just to put it onto the marketplace?
Yeah.
You know, unless you actually really want to get it out there. So that's what they want, and they want to cut out the middleman. They want a more direct connection to the marketplace while making sure that people who are putting the games out there are committed to the game they're putting.
I'm going to say, I think it'll make it quicker as well, because with Steam Greenlight, you've got to hit that cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas this is a case of if you've got the money, which can be seen as a good and a bad thing. You know, if you're a small studio, you've got a really good game,
Yeah.
but you've not got the money, you might not be able to put it
It seems
up,
like
but-
it's going to be more of a catered price anyway,
Yeah.
so that should be fine.
There is a publisher out there which has actually offered to pay for independent companies, offered to pay that cost for them.
Well,
No questions. They'll pay the money, and as long as you make the money back, well, when you make the money back from sales, you
What,
just
so,
pay the money they
for
give you.
example, if
Surely
you-
they're asking for interest.
No. All they're saying is that
So
we
it's a
will
case of-
we will give you the money for the to get it on the Steam Marketplace,
But it will
and
be paid back.
as soon as you make the money back, you just give it back to us.
wow,
It's basically to help
pretty
out.
good.
It's to help out those smaller companies that can't afford to pay.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I
it'd
don't
be-
see why you would do that and not get anything in return.
because
People aren't nice, James.
the games industry is a nice industry to be in because everyone's looking out for everyone most of the time, not all the time. I mean, EA.
I was going to say, I do agree, but I can very much see this industry going the same way as
It
film
could
and television.
be, but it would
But
be
for
no
now, while
different.
we're in it.
It'd be no different to a publisher doing the same thing, though. So I mean, but this way, it's sort of like there's no contractual agreement, sort of like no interest, and it's literally just because they just don't want people to be too badly impacted by it. Obviously, you probably have to still go through a game approval thing with them.
There must
then.
be something.
You know, they'll look at your game and go, "Yeah, well, it should make the money
if they
back."
think it'll make the money back, then
Yeah,
they'll do it,
then like, there's probably that sort of catch to it. But I
mean,
think it's a really good move for Steam.
Yeah, and I mean, if you put sort of 100 quid in, that's not actually that many. Like, for example, we want to sell our game at 10 quid. That's 10 copies, and you make
Exactly.
that back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah.
Really.
And what everyone's going to remember, because a lot of people don't like the fact they're getting rid of it, is the fact is Steam was never intended to be the platform it is now.
No.
Valve never wanted it to be what it is. It just took on a life of its own and then became a marketplace for other games.
But that's what
And
a strong community can do.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
a community can build a product
Yeah.
Exactly.
without even.
And because of that, Steam's just Valve's just sort of like, well, I mean, we're gonna make decisions that probably don't normally make sense to the normal marketplace because that's never what we intended.
Yeah. And it's also a case of the majority of that marketplace doesn't actually know the industry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
And the thing is, if you want your game to get out there on a Greenlight-like basis, there are other platforms to do that.
yeah.
Like Rob shared one a while ago. I can't remember the name.
Itch,
of
I
it.
think it was.
that was
itch.io,
I think it was
Yeah.
Itch.
That's a very good place to get your out, and that's built for alphas and betas.
Yeah.
Unlike Steam,
and
where
small
you
games
yeah,
as well.
It's one of those where you can set it up as a free or pay as
Yeah.
much as
Yeah.
you think.
because
We
with
deserve
Steam,
with a minimum
the problem with Steam with early access and alphas and betas and all that is the fact that people expect it to still be a full game, playable to a good extent. But that's not what early access is about. Early access is testing,
Yeah.
feedback,
Yeah.
and that's what gives early access a bad name on Steam. Whereas with itch.io, people go there because it's a lot of it is for that.
And a lot of it's simple
know,
games
when you-
in alpha or beta.
Also, I think with Greenlight, a lot of games where they have gone in that early stage and then improved it a lot after, those early reviews where it's left in that format
Yeah.
have damaged the game because
Exactly.
of the state it was in.
Because
They've
of
acted
salty
on those, and they can't then get rid of those old
Yeah,
ones
exactly.
and update it.
And the thing is though is that we all know that there's always that back door for Steam where bigger publishers can just be like, okay, we want our game straight to the marketplace, and Steam's like, okay.
yeah.
So
it is.
This way, it's sort of like it makes it even ground because the bigger publishers, like for instance, No Man's Sky, if they were to release it again after Greenlight was over, they'd probably pay the full $5,000.
Yeah.
Whereas a smaller company like us would probably only pay 100 to 200 quid or something to get the game out. Is my assumption, an estimation anyway.
Yeah, I think that's
Gotta take
for
it
the
into
size of the studio that we are and the game that we've got. I'm not putting us down. I'm just saying that we are,
Yeah.
in comparison to someone like,
We are a very small studio.
we are a small studio.
We're not a triple
that's
I
the fact.
by any means.
Yeah. Did you just say triple I?
Yeah, triple I. Triple I's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's triple I?
Triple I is an independent company making a game of the same quality of a triple A company
it's
backed by a publisher.
Triple indie.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that's the thing is AAA is basically backed by publishers.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah, it's
we are an indie company. Indie stands
Yeah.
for
So
independent,
basically,
we're
Call
not
of Duty, triple A.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, triple I. Even though No Man's Sky, I'm not going to get into that again.
Was The Witcher, was The Witcher 3, was that a triple I then?
Technically
Because
speaking,
that
yeah.
was,
They didn't have a publisher,
I thought,
did they?
yeah, I could be
It's
wrong.
like Blizzard. I mean, most of those are technically speaking triple I because they are Blizzard
are
is an independent company. They are their own
yeah,
publisher.
they're
think
now
at
owned
the-
by Activision, aren't they? So that could
Yeah, but
that could
before
be-
Activision came along, they're
yeah,
still.
they would
I think when
Independent.
your game, if you're self-publishing it, but you're doing that good and that bigger project,
It
then I
counts as
think it
AAA
counts
anyway.
as AAA.
Yeah. What does even A stand for anyway? I've never even looked that up. I know obviously I means indie, so for independent, as in no publisher. But A, I've never really looked at.
I think of it as like, you get an A and A plus. It's like an A plus plus.
This is triple A plus plus.
the video
Mind
game
blown.
industry AAA pronounced triple A or triple A. is a classification term used for games with highest development budgets and levels of promotion. A title considered to be AAA, AAA, is therefore expected to be a high-quality game or to be among the best.
What does it mean?
So it means pretty much exactly what you basically said.
Yeah.
The grade A of games. Usually backed by a publisher who has a fuck ton of money.
I don't think this is right. Headquarters in Heathrow, FLA, AAA stands for American Automobile Association.
Yep, they're in charge of our games, guys.
AAA batteries, any correlation?
Medical
Must be.
terms, video games.
So basically, it
So
means that it's a game being backed with a ton of fucking money from a publisher, or in general. So Blizzard's AAA games from Blizzard, pretty much, because Blizzard has a ton of freaking money to go behind their games. If that is the definition of a AAA game, of having the highest amount of money thrown at it with the highest of standards, then yes, Blizzard would be all AAA. In my personal, kind of not anywhere near professional opinion.
You're educated.
Amateur opinion, that's the word I was looking for.
It's not amateur. It's more educated.
Okay.
You do.
But by the end
study
of
it.
next year, it is educated. And professional, technically speaking.
Any last thoughts before we tie this one up?
No, because I can't find it.
All right then. Thanks
Nice
for
way to
watching.
end.
Please like, share, and
Oh,
comment.
God, with all those are that way.
Yes,
We've
mate.
got to be,
Fucking
mate.
I hate being those. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more.
Yeah,
Well, it does help us,
Dude.
you know. It really does.
I know it does.
And I
I
hate
just
it when
hate
they say-
being it.
that's what they say every time. It's like, please like, share, and subscribe. I know everyone says it, but it really does help.
Yeah.
Fuck. Just shut up.
But then it's gone from please like and subscribe to please like and subscribe. I know everyone says it, and it's just gonna get longer and longer and longer.
Yeah. Just, no. Just
Leave an extra 5 minutes on the end of the podcast.
Yeah, just to add on to the. Please like and
Anyway.
subscribe. Thank you very
That's
much.
all,
Check the
guys.
website.
Right. Okay. Now we've told you to like and subscribe 5 times.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
See you later.
See you later.